Okay, Reggie, I know we talked about this a while ago, and with everything that's going on right now, as far as the KVD trial that's heating up and all that stuff, do you feel like now in the present time that Suge would ever consider testifying, even if it led him to like an early release, or if it was to try to tie Puffy into KVD? Do you think Suge would ever consider testifying or no?
To be honest, if I was Suge Knight friend still, and if I cared about him like I used to, I would be trying to advise him like hell to do it. I would be trying to advise him like hell. The problem with Suge Knight, though, Suge Knight has zero, zero credibility when it comes to this matter. Well, pretty much any matter now. Like I always say, he don't lie about everything. He just add a lot of salt and pepper to it, make it more spicier or funny, uh, on certain situations. But on this situation right here, I mean, who would call him? How can a DA call him? Uh, the defense would tear him up. How can a defense attorney call him? The DA would tear him up. Suge Knight have told so many stories, y'all. So many stories. He first was saying Tupac was still alive.
Off the top, I ain't the nigga killed Tupac, I'm the nigga protected Tupac.
Yeah.
But at the same time, bitch ass Puffy can give him a mother star, and every rat in the world said he didn't want to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
Or had him shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you notice, it was a rat on television saying he didn't want to get the shooting, this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened, right?
Right.
If you think about it, right? When people ask me if I know who killed Tupac, and not saying Tupac dead or alive, but I'm saying if they ask me if I know who killed Tupac, I'm the said, hey, absolutely not.
Then he got on the Reggie and Sharita conspiracy.
It's a guy named Reggie Wright Jr. who was over security. He didn't work directly for Death Row, but he had a security company called Right Way Security, who did security for Death Row with off-duty police officers or guys with a CCW. Reggie Wright Jr. told the security they can't carry firearms. The sad thing about that, Pac hated Reggie Wright Jr., so he had fired him before any of that. But the crazy thing about that, it was a bodyguard named Frank Alexander. Pac hated Frank. He was cool at first, but towards the end, he hated Frank because Frank always wanted to get into pictures with Tupac. And Tupac was very militant, so he was like, man, I don't want a bodyguard taking pictures with me. How is he watching my back if he getting himself in the pictures? So I hired a guy named Michael Moore and told him to bring another off-duty police officer because they kept their gun and they was real aggressive by protecting Tupac. So on the way to the fight, Reggie Wright Jr. tell Michael Moore he can't carry his weapon when he's doing bodyguard work for Tupac. Michael Moore said, well, I'm going back to the hotel. If I can't carry my gun, I can't protect myself or Tupac, so I'm not going. So Reggie Wright Jr., who nicknamed that Pac gave him Pork Butt, so Pork Butt goes and says, Frank, you can go, but you can't bring your gun. Now, everyone knows you can't be a bodyguard without a gun. So after the fight, we come from the fight. Tupac got into it with another guy. It was a big fight. After that fight, after we stopped to a few places, we go to my house. I told Frank, I told all the security, I told everyone, Pac just beat up a well-known gang member. Send 4 or 5 guys extra to the house to escort Tupac to the club. Reggie Wright Jr. refused to send the security guys, refused to show up. That wasn't a coincidence. It was a murder for hire hit.
The Kevin Gaines stuff. The Snoop Dogg. And all of that stuff. And David Kenner.
Snoop, who everyone knew everyone knew at the time, wanted Tupac dead. Snoop had a meeting with Daz, Corrupt, Nate Dogg, the Dog Pound. Said, we're not going to Vegas. This is their words, not mine. We're not going to Vegas because basically something's going to happen. Somebody's going to get killed, right? So Corrupt tells the story, Daz tells the story, Warren G tells the story. Now, what Daz says, when Snoop said that, I said, damn, we can't go to Vegas. Who's going to get those niggas? They already going to get got, basically.
He lastly said, and then he ran his ass off the internet like a little bitch. He last said that Keefy D and them attorney came up there too and offered him $1 million to change the story or to cooperate and to say this or say that. And then we ain't heard from the bitch ass nigga no more. But y'all listen to this one. Don't y'all remember? Because people always say, he said the crooked cops did it. Well, yeah, one time he said that. Like I said, he done said about 4 or 5 different things. But this is the last thing that he said. What?
I used to keep a box at the Staples Center. So I'm at the Laker game, fucking with a bitch here and there, got some bitches with me. I step out for a little fresh air. I see Keefy D. Keefy D was spooked. First thing he told me was it didn't have nothing to do with the killing of my homie Buntry. I responded to Keefy D and said, shit, if I thought that, I'd be on you already. And he said, but I'm going to give you something that's real true, and I didn't want to tell you because we've been knowing each other, since we was kids. So Keefy D was like, look, I need the money. Puffy and them supposed to gave me $1 million. They gave us most of the money, or half of the money. And that's how everything unraveled for is what happened in Vegas.
Oh my God. Cry. Don't pay. Puffy your ass out of here, boy. Suge Knight done already got on. Hey, this phone. Let's see if they say this phone call is recorded. Hold on. Let me see. Wait a minute.
At that time, I'm on parole. I look to the left, look to the right. The whole place is packed. So I'm like, I have to go take the piss. Let's have this conversation in the restroom.
In the restroom? Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let's see if they say this phone call is being recorded.
He's like, man, I ain't going in that restroom with you. And good thing he didn't, because even though we was friends, but if a motherfucker pays you to kill us, I got a bullet into my skull.
You got skin. You ain't got no bullet in your skull. Knock it off.
And one of the best friends I ever had in life is Pac. And he ain't here. I'm gonna beat the fuck out that nigga in that restaurant.
So this is what.
Wow. Yeah, it looks like he didn't already said what he had to say on this recording. So he gonna come to court and say the same thing. He didn't already said it for free. However much they paid him to say this.
Boy, John. Every time I hear him say that, I be like, the part about if he's supposed to love Tupac so much and all of that, because he know he got to say that, because that's how the crowd, the people want to believe and all of that, and believe like he loved Tupac so much. To be honest, if he loved Tupac so much, he'll swallow his pride and get on the stand and tell the truth and just tell everybody, man, I'm sorry I was doing all this lying and playing with this. but this is what really happened. That's how they can do it. But what he always say is, I love Tupac so much. But when he first talked to Buntry, what he said when they talking about Buntry, yeah, if it was Buntry, I would have you wouldn't be standing here right now. I would take care of you right now. But when it's Tupac, later on he goes, let's go to the bathroom. I always just find that funny that, like he's saying, all this about Tupac, my best friend that I ever had and all that. Y'all just don't catch it. Maybe y'all don't catch it. I don't know. But back to the subject. So that's all the defense or DA will play. And be like, Mr. Knight, which one is it? Which one is it, sir? All right. Let's kill this rumor or this subject about how Suge Knight can get out of jail. Well, Suge Knight can't get out of jail because by snitching or whatever. It will have to take a lot. Everybody seems to think that Donald Trump could do it. Donald Trump can't do it. And we're going to talk about this tomorrow. Because Donald Trump, I believe, I'm on record, July the 4th, on Independence Day, y'all telling me he is going to give Puffy Combs clemency. I'm telling y'all. Because they're going to do that right before enough time to try to get all you Democrats that love Puffy for whatever reason, or you black folks, I'll say that, to get out and vote for his people. And he's going to let Puffy out sometime in September. Just enough time for that vote in November. But anyway, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Because trust me, that's happening.
Quick question. Did you have an Under Armour account in 2025? Maybe you just bought some shoes online? Well, you might want to listen to this. Apparently, there are allegations that Under Armour was involved in a massive data breach around November 2025. We're talking about millions of accounts where private info was allegedly left vulnerable to unauthorized access. It's one of those things where you think your data is safe and suddenly it's not. Your personal data has real value, and when a company fails to keep it secure, you shouldn't be the one paying the price. Morgan & Morgan is stepping in to fight to hold them accountable and to help protect your consumer privacy. If you had an account prior to November 2025, you may qualify for a claim of up to $500. You can check the link in the description to submit a claim now. It's super easy and it takes less than 2 minutes to see if you qualify. Seriously, go check if you're eligible before the window closes.
That commercial y'all just heard, y'all, I'm telling y'all, it's been working for people. People have been signing. This is the easier one. This one is this. If you ever bought something online from Armor All, the clothing brand, or you have an account with them, they had a big major data breach. And they paying people that $500 to fill out this form. It's pinned in the comment section. Check it out, y'all. Try it. See what it do. What would 3 minutes of your time hurt to possibly get $500 later on down the line this year? I'll sure in the hell try it. Okay, y'all. But back to the subject of the day. I just want to explain to you guys that a governor in the state of Nevada would have to be the one that would have a concern to give immunity or something like that to get Suge out of jail. But only way he could do that is he have to contact the governor in the state of California where Suge's in jail. He would have to contact them and say, hey, come on, let's make a deal. You got somebody in California jails or in Nevada jails that you want out? I want Suge Knight out so my DAs in Nevada can get this, prosecution. We need him to testify. Donald Trump can't do it, y'all. That's not a federal case. He could help Puffy, by, maybe having Puffy come and tell truth or something like that. But Puffy ain't gonna ever admit to no shit like that. Y'all gotta understand state governors, pardon rolls, and Donald Trump presidential federal pardon rolls. Okay? But anyway, I just want to say this. Suge Knight does not, can't be, and will not be called by the DA in Nevada because of all his lies. He is the worst possible witness that you can have. I hope like hell now that they do call him. I'll be honest, because I want him to have to ride in handcuffs across that hot ass desert, go into a Vegas County jail, and get uncomfortable. Because I know he's comfortable in that snitch yard that he's on in San Diego. I know he's comfortable there, and they probably ain't gonna have his what is it? His medicine that he needs, his special medicine that he needs now. They ain't gonna have that medicine available probably for him to live. And then everybody can see what type of medication he taking out. What he got to take for. And Dash, you finally said something right. Dash pointed it out too about Suge not having no teeth at the bottom. Do y'all remember when Suge had that car accident? And he had a major car accident, probably 2014, 2013. Y'all remember him having a traffic accident? Y'all look it up. That's when he lost all his bottom teeth. And the nigga one thing I got to say about Damon Dash, he had enough money when he was broke to go and get his teeth done. Suge was out on the streets for a year and a half, and he never went and got his teeth fixed. You trifling motherfucker. Bomb first. It's funny, it's convenient to me, but I'm having a ball with this. I can't see what all you YouTubers gonna be saying after this month in August. Well, not this month, but after August is over. Peace.